up, guys? How are you tonight? Awesome. I'm just going to tell you guys a quick story, and then I'll be out of here. You can go about, have a little fun before you come in, whatever. Hope you enjoy yourselves. But quick story. It's a story that starts back in spring, because I hope that we all know last spring had probably one of the greatest moments of this year, possibly one of the greatest weekends of the decade. Let's start off. Prince William and his wife Kate Middleton were married Friday, April 29th, 2011. Then, 2 days later, Sunday, May 1st, 2011, the United States Special Division SEAL Team 6 pulls off the successful raid and assassination of Osama bin Laden. Woo! Yes! America! England has a wedding, we have a funeral. It was out of spite. The only thing that scared me, though, about our mission with killing Osama is that right after we did it, we dumped his body into the ocean, which is the exact same thing they did to Megatron at the end of the first Transformers movie. But never, in the history of this nation, have we gotten more drunk to celebrate the death of anyone like that. I mean, people got so drunk that the AA meetings got out early. I really wish, though, that we did that for Adolf Hitler back in WW2. We didn't because we were much more concerned about the Japs bombing a series of violence that no one ever heard of, until 20 years later when some rich people would start selling timeshare. But the great thing about it is that was everywhere. If you were in America, you knew what was going on. They showed Obama's speech on every news channel. Bloomberg News, CNN, MSNBC. Hell, those bombastic cocksuckers on Fox News were even thrilled that our affirmative action president accomplished something that George Bush never could. And I was listening to that speech in my car on AM radio with two of my best friends. And we listened to it, old school, and we hugged and we cried and we just couldn't help it. I heard a voice screaming in my head saying, "The United States government caught someone they were after. It's a miracle." And then we went back to my dorm to drink and I mean a beer. Not 12. One beer. I put on the TV and I swear, the local DC News must have spent all of 5 minutes looking for the whitest, skinniest, basically most wasp-looking, spoiled American college student they could find. And the news reporter still had to act so professional and looked at him seriously and said, "How proud does this make you feel as an American?" Richard Nixon still has to work too, okay? And so what ends up happening is that the student just looks right back at him and says, "Yo, Osama's dead? And I'm already drunk on that Four Loko? And finals are canceled tomorrow. Woo!" Wow. The greatest military strike force we have to offer kills FBI's public enemy #1 for the last 10 years, and its first direct effect on our country is canceled finals tomorrow. I mean, the college professor, he wasn't being nice, and it's not like the NSA called him saying, "Roger Alpha Eagle Charlie, cancel finals tomorrow. Confirmation, Roger Alpha Eagle Charlie, finals are canceled tomorrow." No, that college professor was doing the exact same thing that his students were doing on a Sunday night. He was sitting on the couch, watching TV, one hand in his pants, and the other hand rotating between the remote, the beer, and the Fritos. And that news report came on, and he just thought, "You know what? Fuck finals tomorrow. I'm going to go to TGI Fridays with my boys, going to do some Jello shots, and I'm canceling finals because Osama's dead." Woo! There's a correlation there, I promise. But it was great. We all celebrated tonight. We all cheered, we all cried. The next morning, my car was covered in toilet paper. And we all felt that thing in our hearts that had to be expressed in the same 3 words of, "We did it." And somehow the death of that one man responsible for the deaths of thousands of red-blooded, hard-working Americans made it all okay somehow, just for a short while. So then we got also drunk. We couldn't remember whether our drinks were red, white, or blue. And I remember the next day being a daze of smiles and wonders. It's like America was new. The sun was shining, everything smelt and tasted good. The Hofstra coffee tasted like it came directly from the farm, and not some dog's asshole like it usually does. It was magic. But then I ran into those people. Those people so far to the left, they made the socialists look conservative. And they all had the same thing to say to me. "If It's not nice to celebrate a death like that, no matter who it is. Shut up, you communist hippie. People like Osama bin Laden would string you up, cut off your head, send it to your family, and then have a casual afternoon barbecue to celebrate. Keystone included. So if I want to do a shot for every year that son of a bitch was alive after 9/11, I'm going to do it with a smile on my face. And then I'm going to puke all over your organic, coconut-threaded, protective laptop bag. So you know how I feel when you talk. I have to admit, though, those people kind of had a point. Later on in the week, on Thirsty Thursdays, I was out, celebrating. When around 1 a.m., the DJ says out of nowhere, "Osama's dead!" And then I was encircled by a sausage fest of fist pumpers. And they were all chanting, "USA! USA! USA!" And by some magical combination of adrenaline, alcohol, and the American spirit, I had become an instant asshole. Fist pumping away, I'm screaming on the outside, "Yes, this is so right!" And on the inside, I'm thinking, this is kind of fucked up. In the worst way. And it didn't really help that back in September, the weekend before the 10th anniversary of 9/11, I'm at the same club, mind you, and I hear the DJ ask for a volunteer. And the next thing I know, there's a girl balancing on her drunken high heels on the bar, denim shorts, low-cut shirt, displaying an ample pair made in the good old US of A, waving the stars and stripes stained with vomit. And the beats stop, and the national anthem begins to play. And all the girls around me start to sing along, slowly grinding against a stranger's crotch. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of America. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.